Hi, welcome to Cooking at Home. Today is part of our Earth Week celebration. We're happy to be working in association with the Humane Society of the United States and very proud of our A+ rating from PETA for our plant-forward offerings and our dining services. Today we're going to be making a vegan, easy olive oil lemon vanilla cake, which can be eaten for breakfast or dessert. We hope you enjoy it. Okay, to start our recipe, we start off by doing all of our dry ingredients, and then we do a separate bowl where we're going to whisk together our wet ingredients. Just to start with our dry ingredients, we start with 2 cups of flour. Here I'm using coconut flour. We're going to use one and a half teaspoons of baking powder. Add that in. Okay, and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, and then we got a cup of sugar, and then we're going to just blend those together real well. So now we're going to start with our wet ingredients, the second part of the recipe. So the first thing we're going to do is we got 3/4 cup of milk. I'm using coconut milk because it's kind of coconut based. So the next thing then is I've got a 1/2 cup of plain coconut yogurt. Because again, this is kind of coconut themed too, recipe that I'm doing here. Okay, and then we're going to take a 1/4 cup of olive oil and add that in. And then we got a 1/4 cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice. We're going to add that in. We squeezed the lemon a little bit earlier. And then we've got, we're going to do the zest of a good amount of zest. We're going to take a nice size lemon here and I'm going to zest it. You don't want to grate it down to where you're grating into the white of the lemon. You want to try to grate just the yellow part off as much as you can. Just kind of watch as you go around the lemon and try to take off as much zest as you can. Get a lot of nice zest in there because that's all flavor for the cake. So I'm going around. So our last ingredient is 1 nice teaspoon of real vanilla extract. I'm going to add that in there. And then I'm going to whisk this together just to combine that up real nice. Okay. Okay, that looks good. And now we're going to combine the wet ingredient in with our dry ingredient. Pour that into there. You get all that in there. We got all that nice zest in there to add the lemon flavoring. And then we're going to combine these two together real well. Okay, we also have here in the front, as you can see, we've got a loaf tin that has been, we've put olive oil all through the inside of it real good. And then we have our handy dandy toaster oven over here, so it doesn't take a fancy oven, and we got that set for 350 degrees. What I'm going to do is combine this real well together, put this into the loaf pan, and cook it for about 55 minutes. Okay, so we took our loaf out of the oven after exactly 55 minutes and exactly right. You can check the middle of the loaf to make sure that it's done all the way. With the toothpick you can see if it comes out clean, which it's done exactly perfectly for 55 minutes at 350. So now you want to take it out of the loaf pan, which we did. We ran a knife around the edge. It came out very clean. The loaf looks nice. There's the inside of it like that. And basically, you want to let it cool off to where it gets, you know, about room temperature so you can carve it easily. And I would recommend using a serrated knife when you're carving it as well. So we just want to carve it here like this. And then we have our pieces, depending on how thick you want to do it. And I'll do, like, for example, I got a garnish here. I got some blueberries on the top. If you wanted to put some blueberries on there. Of course, you can garnish it with whatever you'd like, elderberry or whatever you really want to put on there. Or just eat it plain. It's very great. It's very good plain as well.